is our freedom. I'm not scared to die. I've been there before. I was shot in front of my family. Your whole life flashes before your eyes. I was a drug dealer. I was a gangster. Acquitted of a murder.
But no to that extent.
People who were close to me basically gave me up.
How's it going, everybody? This is your boy Cito, episode 20. This is a really important episode. I want you guys to tune in, listen in, and take something from this. My name is Cito, Beyond the Views podcast, the number one podcast in the world. You know that. Look who I have here. He's gonna change your life.
What's going on, guys? It's me, Alejandro Vivar, and we're here, Christie Park, guys. You're gonna hear the negative to positive story. Listen, man, anything life throws at you, we can persevere, and we're gonna tell you that story. And thank you, brother, for having me, man. I appreciate that, bro.
Pleasure.
Straight up, bro.
My pleasure, my pleasure. Stay tuned, let's go! Guys, so this is what it is. We are at Christie Parks. Christie Parks. Something that changed Alejandro's life happened right here, where we are standing right here in Christie Parks. Take a quick little 360 view of Christie Parks. This is exactly where everything happened and where Alejandro's life changed from this day. Alejandro, you know, what's the first things that come in your mind, like looking around here, man? Like, what touches you right now, man? Like,
it's a surreal feeling, man. It's crazy. Like, I'm 40 years old. It's crazy how far I've come. It's crazy how far this neighborhood has come. And just like a quick rundown, like I came out of the pen 2016, and this was my ticket to kind of change my life. So I got into fitness, guys. I got into fitness, started going hard, and we were doing boot camps right here for the community. The rest is history, guys.
Wow, wow, wow. As you can see, you got the hills up in here. This is where Alejandro would do the boot camp.
We used to run those hills.
Run those hills. And Alejandro, like, you know, I know that, you know, when you think about Christie Pits, there's a lot of, you know, things that happened here, you know, at those times back in the day. We're talking 2016, you know, you were not the same person that I'm looking at right now. You were somebody else. You were someone that was deep into like some serious, you know, gangs, drugs. And so I want to know, like, you know, when you come here, like, what are the things that you were doing? What happened over here?
I get a lot of flashbacks, guys. This was my park since I was 7 years old. So we're even going back to the 80s, 90s, 2000s. For those of you that don't know, this was the Latino neighborhood where everyone, all the cultures, Ecuadorians, Colombians, El Salvadorians, Mexicans, this was our spot. This was our spot where we would find that familiarity.
Yeah.
So this was predominantly a Latino park. You would be hearing salsa playing.
Yeah.
And you know what? At the same time, the negative stuff, we were in the drug game. You know, that's the way that's how we knew how to make money. And that was the means to an end for us, right? But a lot of good memories, brother. You know what I'm saying? Like, when I come here, I don't think about the shooting. I don't focus on the shooting. I think about all the good times I had. This area right here, guys, used to be epic Ecuadorian festivals, epic Colombian festivals. I used to sleep right on that hill, man. We used to sleep right there with girls on the hill, wake up to this, guys. So I don't even have negative energy when I come here. It's actually very positive. Like I said, it's surreal.
Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. But then again, now, you know, for the people right now that are listening to Alejandro's story and that don't know Alejandro's story, do you want to give them a little gist of, you know, where were you at that time? We're talking in 2016. And what led to what happened in this specific place. Guys, we are literally telling you guys a story that he's coming back to the grounds of where things changed his life. And, you know, I appreciate you opening up and retelling your story, Alejandro. But for the people that don't know you, man, like, share, man. Share.
So many barriers, guys. I came out 2016 after doing 8.5 years, guys. My mentality was fucked. because I just came out of prison. I came out of a very, very negative ass environment where people have a lot of hateful energy. So I came out to the street and I wanted to transition. I didn't want to feel that negative energy that was like a fucking dark cloud over me, bro. From being in prison, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, you know what? Fitness was my way out. Came out in 2016. I was living in a halfway house on Pape and Danforth. And I had a couple decisions to make because I knew, because of the past life I lived, there was danger, you know? So I had what do I do? Do I protect myself? Do I go back to my old ways, carry a strap and what, do 10 years? Or do I, you know, walk with my faith and really focus that everything's gonna be okay? So you know what, man, I started doing boot camps right here. Started doing boot camps for the community right here, started promoting in the neighborhood. I wanted to, and from back then, we were already quoting that negative to positive slogan. So
negative to
sleeping
positive.
at a boot camp, waking up at 6 a.m., biking here, getting 60 people together to do workouts. And you know what? It's called Prison Pump. On the 11th Prison Pump, guys, my life was almost taken right there in that spot.
Where? You want to walk us here?
Let's go, come.
Guys, come on.
I'm gonna show you guys my life. Listen, half an hour into the boot camp, guys, I had that feeling, man. There would always be drop-ins. There would always be guys that would come in and out. And this was a guy that came out, worked with us for half an hour, guys. And I'll give you the spot.
Wait a second, he worked out for half an hour?
He worked out for half an hour, guys, with us, man.
Wow,
Young kid. You know what? I don't even hate him, man. If I were to see him, I would wish him nothing but the best. There's no hate, guys, but this is exactly what happened right here. I was in this position. I took shots, man. I took shots and I ran up that hill to safety. And by God's grace, I survived. I don't even know what it is, but I come here, guys, on a daily. I lay down, I lay my head here, and it's like I have a feeling of serenity, guys. I have a feeling, I feel like a rebirth. You know what I mean? And a lot of people, I don't know if you know, a lot of people struggle with trauma these days. Part of my PTSD treatment from the shooting was constantly revisiting that trauma. So I actually found solace laying here in this place and just kind of reflecting on how far my life went, bro.
100%.
You know what I mean?
This is where you get your more of your peace. You're at peace already, Alejandro. You know what I mean?
100%.
You are at peace, and it's beautiful that you can come back to the grounds where, you know, you almost lost your life. Like, you almost lost your life. And if you come zoom closer, you can see the scars over here in his chest. And, you know, those are the scars that, you know, he will be living with forever. But it's how many shots did you take, Alejandro?
Five shots. So see, when the shit's going down, subconsciously I'm trying to block it, right? So the first shots that entered, one went right through here and came out. Another one entered here, right here, and came out.
Wow.
And those entered my bodies, pierced through me. I still got 2 bullets in me, guys. And man, I'm here and I just want to, like, there was always a negative connotation towards Latinos. You know, the Latinos are drug dealers, Latinos are gang members. Right. Especially back in 90s, bro, 96 and stuff. All the music, Cypress Hill, we were all like consumed with that.
Blood in, blood out.
Blood and blood out fucked me.
I'm pretty sure fucked everybody up, fucked me up too.
We wanted to be like Paco Aguilar. We wanted to be the fucking Black Rooster.
Exactly, you know exactly, I mean, man. Yeah, man. And so, you know, like you said, you were over here. You gone through all this, and then where did it go from here? Like where was the next steps? Did you guys go up this hill?
The next step is everybody ran with me. There were about 33 people at that boot camp that day because it was raining.
Did anybody else get hurt?
No. You know what? One guy got hurt. One guy got hurt. He got shot in his foot in the crossfire because when we ran, shots were still being shot at me. So somehow he got shot in his foot, but we ran up there. Like, my instinct, the first thing that my body told me and my mind told me is I need to get the fuck to safety. I need to get in a place, and it's like that fight or flight, bro. You know what I mean? I need to get to a place where the ambulance is gonna come save us. So my son Marcus is here. He helped me get to the top of the hill, right to that corner, and the ambulance came. And God bless all the paramedics out there in the world. God bless St. Michael's Hospital. They worked wonders, man. They saved my fucking life, man. Those I go once a year to visit the surgeon and bring him a bottle shot.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
You just check on him?
Mike Da Silva. He's a Mexican Portuguese surgeon. Saved my life. Mike Da Silva. You already know him, mano.
That's incredible, man. That's incredible. So, you know, you went through that, you know, situation here exactly at Christie Park, for exactly where we're standing. You had to run for safety. Like, who called the ambulance?
We all called. Everyone was calling the cops. And you know what was crazy? Like, within minutes, man. Within minutes, they're here. Like, you hear the sirens, and as they were getting closer and closer, as I heard the sirens getting louder and louder for me, I knew I was going to be there. That's crazy, man. Right. You know it's gonna be all right. Even though like you feel the life being sucked out of you.
Do you? That was my next question.
Brother,
what do you feel?
You feel life being sucked out of you. Like every second that goes, it's harder to breathe. Your lungs are on fire. I was blowing blood bubbles and stuff like that. You feel blood, man, the life blood pouring out of you guys.
Right.
But there was always something that told me I'm gonna be all right. I need to stay awake. I need to keep my eyes open, man.
It's really important. Where I overheard you say that it's really important to keep your eyes open, because once you shut it, it's pretty much you're letting your body and soul know that you're off and you're done.
100%, right? Guys. And I feel like it goes through that, like any aspect of life, guys. You have to continue fighting. You got to keep your eyes up. You got to keep your head up, and you got to stay alive.
Right.
You could choose to just fucking die. I could have chose that day to just rest.
Yeah.
And I would have been dead. I wouldn't be here with you, brother.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So every aspect in life, guys, life is gonna throw crazy fucking bombs at you. It never stops. The bombs in life never stop. But what happens is, as we grow older, as we grow more experienced, we learn how to fucking take those bombs. And it even gets to a point where you want those fucking bombs because it makes you stronger.
Exactly. And I know that you did say that when you were in the ambulance, you kept asking, am I okay? Like, am I gonna make it and stuff? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
because you're fucking scared, brother.
Right.
You know, it's terrifying.
And you know what I also wanted to ask you is, to the gentleman that was working out with you, did you know him? Did you guys work out together?
I didn't know him. I don't know him. From what I heard, he's a 23-year-old, kid. Gave him a little bit of cash to come and do what he had to do, and he didn't know me. I didn't know him, right?
Okay.
So it's not personal.
Right. But did he ever work out with you before, or was this like
he never worked out? So we used to have a lot of drop-ins, and like let's say right here, we're here right now, and that guy over there that's lying down. See that guy lying down? I would run up to him and say, yo, come on, get involved, let's do some push-ups. So we would get as many people in the vicinity to work out. So when we would see somebody coming, it wasn't really a threat. We would say, hey bro, come work out. So that was the same thing. We seen him coming from there, and I'm like, yo, that guy, we need to get him to work out. And I told the whole group. So the whole group was very inviting, and they said, let's go, what's your name? Da-da. And he was very shy, very timid, but he worked out with us for half an hour. He even ran these hills with us, guys. He even ran these fucking hills with us.
What I wanted to ask also is that when this happened and you guys decided, at this point to start running up the hill to get into the ambulance, where did he go at this point? Like, you probably don't even know.
He bolted this way.
Okay,
so
he just left.
He just bolted. He just bolted this way. We were gone. My whole family was there, bro. I don't know if you know, my whole family, man. Wow. The mother of my kids was right beside me.
Wow.
My youngest son, Christian, he was working out over there. My mom was here. My sister was here. Yeah, man, it was and you know what? They saved me too, bro. I feel like if my family wasn't here, I would have died.
Right.
I had to survive for them. Right?
This is the picture of Alejandro in the hospital bed. Moments after this happened, and as you can see, he's still putting his hands up because he still had faith in what he had going on, and it's definitely one of those stories where I feel it, from negative to positive. Episode 20, when you did go do time, for those 8.5 years, like, where was your mind then? Like at that point, because I could tell that
for the first 3 years I was still a gangster, bro. I was doing gangster shit inside, right? But when I went to the pen, and when I realized, I was already older, brother. I'm already in my 30s. Got my kids out there. I'm like, you know what? Things have to change, man. Things have to change, and not only for me, like for my kids, for my community. I just wanted to be a better person. There's always going to be something inside you, that battle. You know what I mean? Like the fuckery is easy, Doing bad shit is easy. Doing negative shit, making fast money is so easy, guys. It's trying to be a good person that's hard, and I was just up for the challenge.
Right. And would you agree that back in the day you were maybe just surrounded with the wrong people?
100%, yeah, man. It's like I love my childhood friends, right? I love my childhood friends. It's not, and I wouldn't say it's people. It was a negative environment. It was a negative energy. That's what it is, guys. Negative energy, and you need to like we all feel it, and it's in every aspect of life. Like, you're drinking a lot, you're going out, you know what I mean? The conversations that you have with your friends, if it's all negative, you're going to be negative, you know what I mean?
Right.
So I could be right here in this park where a lot of negative shit happened for decades and still do something positive. I want to take you guys through the park.
Let's go.
That's good? Let's go.
Guys, follow us. We got Alejandro in the building, episode 20. Let's go.
I'm going to show you where it went down. So this was our spot. We're going to go to the ball courts. Before the ball courts, it wasn't just a ball court. It was an equavolley, so Ecuadorian style volleyball, where all the older OGs would chill. That was their side. And then the younger guys, we had the basketball courts. And it wasn't just a basketball court. fights are going down. We're fucking bench pressing. Every day we used to bring a bench and we'd be bench pressing. There'd be boxing matches.
You got music playing in the background, barbecues.
This was the cocaine haven. You know, anybody who wanted coke, this is where they would come because it was a Latino area. And I'm not trying to like glamorize that. I'm not trying to be boastful, but this was the spot. You know what I'm saying? So that also fueled like the whole cocaine lifestyle. Let's go, guys.
Got a ball court over there. Everyone's playing some ball. Everyone's working out. It seems like everyone's out and about right now. So Alejandro, like when you come over here, let us know, you know, what this resembles in your life, man.
Yeah, we're talking about the negative, right? So today we're talking about the negative. It's just decades of gangbanging. Decades of gangbanging, decades of selling drugs, stashing guns, stashing drugs throughout this park, having cops come down this hill trying to raid us and shit. You know, I got stabbed a couple times. This one you can see right here. I got stabbed in my hand, just right here, right? And fuck.
What was that scenario though?
We just had, listen, man. We were just that new Spanish clique. We were that new Spanish clique. There was like 100 of us, and we were just like wild. You know, like our goal, which sounds crazy, but our goal were to go to parties and just rep and get into fights and shit. So there were points in our life, even like 96 to 2000, we had beef across the whole city, man. So we were here, we had to be on point, and that's just what it is,
That's
guys.
crazy. And Alejandro, I overheard you say that you literally, your mentality when you were doing all that crazy gangbanging, drug dealing, all that kind of crazy shit, that you wanted to literally run the city. That was your goal. You wanted to be that fucking guy, and your crew of people to just like take over the city.
100%. And like I was heavily influenced by rap culture in those times, even movie culture, you know, movies like Scarface and shit like that. Like that shit really influenced my decision and the glorification of that world. But I was always conflicted, man. I'm not even gonna lie, I was always conflicted. Even though like I thrived at that and I knew I was good at it, there was always a part of me that said, yo, you're not meant to live this life. And no one's meant to live that life. Nobody's meant to live that life. No one's meant, and again, we can revert it back to any aspect. You're always gonna have that feeling. If you're in a bad relationship, you're gonna have that feeling. If you're in a shitty job, you're gonna have that feeling. If you're just living a life that you're not meant to live, your soul, your spirit's gonna tell you, yo, man, like this is not for you. But I fought it. We fight it. You know what I mean? For me, the money was good. The power, the status that came from it, and just that camaraderie, guys. That camaraderie was big. Feeling, we all have a sense of belonging, guys, and we just took it to a next extreme negative level. Like this was our spot, guys. No one would come down here. There were times guys had beef with us, and they would come down and they would see 100 people, and they ain't coming down, and we'd be like, come down, guys, come, and we'll all be there rowdy, guys. So those are the flashbacks I have when it comes to the negative. A lot of positive things, because this is where I grew up, man. This is where the person I am today, the culture, everything, all happened here, guys. I have a lot of good memories.
That's great, man. So did you guys even play? Come on, guys. Did you guys even?
Yeah, I was a baller, of course. We were all ballers, man.
I was gonna say
every dude in the clique. We're Spanish. We're fucking ballers, man. And people would come from all over the city to challenge us. Yo, it was rough shit, man. It was no joke. It was tackle basketball.
Now, guys,
no motherfucking fouls.
Get close.
No motherfucking fouls.
What I want to ask Alejandro is,
how
did you sleep at night, Alejandro? Like, what was in your mind going to bed? Did you ever go to bed in fucking peace, or were you sleeping with one eye open?
No, you don't go to bed in peace. You never
one eye open.
100%. You because this is the thing, man. Like you wake up in the morning, and to you the world is a safe place, right? Right. You never walk out of your house feeling that the world is a dangerous place.
No.
But that was my life every day since I was maybe 13, 14 years old.
Wow.
So whenever I would come out of my house was my only safe haven, right?
Right.
So yeah, I would sleep at home. But every time I exited that door, it was like, wow, the world is a dangerous place, and I need to be fucking ready. And after a while, you rationalize that, and it doesn't even faze you no more. But the consequences of that, remember, it's a buildup of trauma, it's a buildup of negative energy, and you're gonna have to pay those dues. You're gonna have to deal with it. I came crashing down when I went to prison. Started getting panic attacks, extreme anxiety, got counseling, and worked on my mental health in prison. I never knew the effects negative energy and that negative lifestyle had until I was removed from it and went to prison.
Now, I want to ask you another question, okay? Because I got to pick Alejandro's brain right now.
Yeah.
How are your dreams like when you were in prison or when you were gangbanging back in the day?
Yeah.
Like, did you have any crazy ass fucking dreams where you woke up in the middle of the night all paranoid and shit?
The main nightmares that I remember is always getting arrested. Even when I was in prison, I would have nightmares of getting raided or running from cops, like to go away for a long amount of time. Like there'd be times I'm driving in my dream and I have fucking pure bricks and straps in the car, and I would wake up from that and I'd be relieved. And I'm in prison. I'd be like, thank God I'm in prison. Like it's not happening again. Again, it's a sense of relief, right? Because it's such a contrast. You go from your dream to now you're finally home. Now you're finally free. I'd wake up in cold sweats from those dreams, man. Those dreams are no joke. It was always the cops. I don't have nothing against the cops anymore, but it was always the cops were like the devils in my nightmares.
Thank you for sharing that, Alejandro. I really appreciate it.
100%, guys.
And as you can see, Alejandro brought us over here to the court.
I'm gonna take you guys to the tree. The tree is still here. So this tree right here, man. This big tree right here. That's where we chill out, man.
What does this tree resemble to you, Alejandro?
This tree, right now, when I look at it again, is that negative to positive story. And just like I said before, you can revisit negative aspects of your life and turn it into something positive. So now, look how beautiful the park is. Look how beautiful this park is. People are playing ball. There's no negative energy. Like right now, I feel so enlightened. I feel so focused on what I have to do, and I feel so sure of the direction my life is taking, man. You know, with the gym, with my relationships, with my new girl, with my family, with my kids. It's just enlightening, brother. You know what I mean?
You're in a good spot, bro.
Yeah, bro. People like you, bro.
I feel it. I feel it.
People like
I feel
Cito.
good. I feel good, man.
My son, his music, everything, guys.
Everything's
like,
coming full and close in your life, man.
Once you remove yourself, guys, from that negative energy, okay? Once you remove yourself from anything negative, you know, in my life it was like heavy drinking, going to clubs, popping bottles, spending money on vehicles, being violent, being aggressive, right? As soon as I removed myself, it's crazy how the universe shifted me towards everything positive. And once you make that shift, guys, the people you're gonna meet, the opportunities that you're gonna encounter, guys, the lifestyle, the body that you're gonna be able to achieve, endless. It's up to you to decide to make the change, and it's never too late, man. I did it in my 40s, guys. It's never too late. You can be 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. Everybody knows. For those watching, for those that know this tree, you guys know there's a lot of fond memories, but there were a lot of life and death situations that were happening here. You know, the lifestyle we were living, every single day we're doing 15, 20 criminal actions.
Right.
So it just becomes a part of your career criminal. Every day can be a day when you're gone for 10 years. Right. And we were just okay with that, bro. Right. So imagine what that does to your mind. When you're okay, you rationalize being okay with living in a negative situation in life.
Because at that point, at that given point, that's all Alejandro really was into. That's all you really knew. That's the kind of environment that you were bringing into your life. Episode 20 we got here. Alejandro brought us straight to where he did get shot, where he did show us where he did do his boot camps, where shit happened over here in Christie Pits. Right, this tree over here brings some fond memories of him back in the day and that negative lifestyle that he did have. For everyone watching this, just know that anything is possible, man. Anything is possible. If Alejandro did this and this guy came from straight gangbanging, you can do it too. I appreciate you coming out here to Christie Pits. I appreciate you bringing us to the memory lane when your life changed, Alejandro, for the better. This is part one, everybody. This is the negative part of Alejandro's life. But guess what? There's something coming. There's part two coming, and that's the positive. And that's when everything from now on just blossomed up. Check this guy out right here, man. He's a good inspiration. He's a good role model for every single one of you out there that is currently still in the negative place where he used to be. And you know what? Feel free to reach out to Alejandro. He is here, live and direct. And you know, he's more than just someone that went through crazy experiences in his life. He's also a mentor, and he's still mentoring. He's a speaker. He's a motivational speaker, life coach speaker. He does it all. But this is part one, episode 20. Your boy Cito, Beyond the Views podcast, the #1 podcast in the world. You know that. Alejandro, my guy. Cheers.
Guys, I'm out. Positive story next, and that's what we're gonna focus on, is a positive. Focus on the positive in life. count your blessings, guys, and summer's beautiful. Summer of Love 2021.
Jeez.
So yeah, guys, episode 20, my negative to positive story, and it's all about freedom, guys. Summer 2021, summer of love, guys, and I'll see you next time.
Even if I did know who he is, I would never wish prison on anybody. Me being through what I've been through, I would never wish that. I don't wish him prison. I hope that he learns. I hope that he reflects on what he did. Because basically, I'm trying to start a movement that's going to help guys like us. It's going to help guys out of the pen. That's going to help families who have people in the pen. So I just hope he sits back and thinks, wait a minute, I'm basically attacking a movement that's going to benefit me, right? Hopefully he does. I'm a real life gangster that made it, that's still alive to tell the story, and I feel that that's something that has to be told.